Let us move 2 hours south of here to Gainesville. Florida beats Texas 29-21. DJ Lagway has his best game of the season. Everything we said about DJ Lagway over the summer turned out to be correct. I said it with conviction, right? Do you think anybody actually believes that?
Yeah, we weren't wrong. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Did you see that? They beat Texas.
Yeah, we weren't wrong. Never mind the other guy that we hyped up all summer. He was there today too.
I'll say this, and it's probably easy to say now than it would have been coming into the weekend, but like I'm more concerned about Arch than I ever was with DJ.
Oh yeah. It's funny when DJ gets Dallas Wilson in the lineup. DJ looks amazing.
It's amazing what happens when you throw a 5-star wide receiver alien in there to like just go up and grab balls from out of the sky.
Also, Florida's defense played great. Let's be honest. Florida's defense began all season. My concern going into this game was that Florida's defense had sustained a couple key injuries. You saw Aaron Gates had to have surgery this week, one of the safeties, and I thought, this is a group that has been holding everything together for them. I mean, the offense hadn't shown up. The defense was holding it all together for them, and I was wondering if they could against Texas. Not only did they hold it together, the offense showed up too, and this is a huge win. Look, everybody's going to ask, what does this mean for Billy Napier? It doesn't mean anything if he doesn't stack a bunch of these on top of each other.
Wait, what are Florida's losses this year? USF,
LSU, Miami.
And Miami.
So they're not bad losses, but they're 3 losses.
I know, but I was just thinking about it.
You can't have that many.
Only one loss in the SEC.
That's exactly right. So
what if they're back? They're back.
They might be back. They also
Billy Napier's back.
They're at Texas A&M next week.
Yeah, well, that might be a tough.
So let's not get too excited yet. But that is what the offense was supposed to look like all season. So perhaps that is it. That is not what the Texas offense was supposed to look like. It's so bad that when Arch Manning got his helmet ripped off at the end of the game and his backup Caldwell had to come in and throw a pass and he threw a seed, we were all sitting there going, just leave the backup in.
Just leave him in, yeah. So Arch Manning looked off. There's no question.
No. Off is not the word.
Bad?
Bad's the word.
Okay.
He looked bad.
Their offensive line stinks.
It wasn't great.
I mean, I honestly, like, I'm not trying to.
Arch has somebody in his face all the time. This is actually similar to what we were talking about Dylan Raiola after the Nebraska-Michigan game, where every time, because Arch missed a few open receivers down the field, and when he finally hit one, Ari goes, "How come he can't do that all the time?" I said, "Ari, because he's got a 300-pound guy in his face every play."
I just like the shot down. I mean, like they do have guys, you know, but this was I feel like you can make fun of us for all you want about the Florida offseason stuff. Like, if we're wrong about Florida, like, that's it. Like, the fact that I am this wrong.
We were all wrong about Texas. They were preseason number 1.
Hyping up Florida, you had to go out on a limb to do.
Yeah.
Like, that wasn't like this is like betting a major favorite and just, like, not even being close. It was like betting Penn State money line today.
Yeah.
So, I just I'm kind of dumbfounded by what's wrong. I mean, Texas's defense isn't very good either. I mean, like, I don't know. Like,
no, Florida was running right through them. Jaden Baugh. Everybody knew Jaden Baugh was this good. I think if you saw the Miami game, you saw that Jaden Baugh was this good. If last year you saw that Jaden Baugh was this good. But they really leaned on Jaden Baugh. And guess what? When you do that, the defense has to play you honestly in the passing game too, because you've got to load the box because Jaden Baugh is a 230-pound wrecking ball.
I love Jaden Baugh. And we were joking in the first, he had 9 carries, I think, on the first drive, and they went down the field, and I was like, is this guy going to carry it 60 times tonight? I mean, he should. And then DJ played his best game of the year.
Yes.
So, and obviously speaking with Florida's offense, it's so
Duke
reliant
Clark, by the way, great job, because when Jacoby Jackson was ruled out this week, my thought was, okay, they're going to run. They're going to have to run Jaden Baugh on the ground. There's no other way, but they got 9 carries for 38 yards out of Duke Clark too.
Well, Florida's entire offense is predicated on running the ball efficiently and then getting off play action, right?
Yeah.
And like the fact that they were able to move the ball so efficiently on the ground made things a little bit easier. And I know that we were talking about DJ Lagway being the best quarterback in the country coming into the year, and maybe that was obviously an oversight, but making it easier on your young quarterback probably helps a little bit too. You know, it wasn't easy for him, and it looked like in the second quarter he got injured. Remember when he was limping, and it was like, oh boy, here we go again. But he stuck in there, and he played a really good game. And throwing it 50-50 balls up to Dallas Wilson and adding those to your stats do a lot to change the perception of a young quarterback. So, like, I'm not fully back in on Florida and DJ Lagway and all the things that we were saying before, but hell, if that wasn't an impressive win.
It was impressive. And so I say enjoy this one. You don't have to worry about Billy Napier at all for another week.
You get to sleep in a little.
Let's see what they do against Texas A&M, and then we can talk about all that stuff. Because the thing about Florida's situation is there are so many more games against so many more good teams that this will all that part of it, those questions will all sort themselves out. So for Florida fans, just enjoy the win. This is what you were waiting for. This is the kind of win you were hoping for. This is the kind of game you thought you were going to see from your team all season.
It just stinks that it happens after they've lost 3 times.
Well,
you wanted that at the beginning,
but enjoy it now because it may be you may not get it again. So enjoy it now.
Yeah. In Texas, we'll talk about you a lot this week.
Well, let's talk about Texas now because here's what they've got to do. They now have 2 losses. There's a path for them to be a 3-loss team that makes the playoff, but that's as an SEC champion.
Yeah.
They probably have to make the SEC championship game to make the playoff. Which,
I'm just going to say it, Andy.
Which may require them to run the table.
They don't look good as good as Oklahoma does, period.
I think
they might lose next week.
But Oklahoma's starting a backup quarterback against them. My question is this. As bad as Arch looked and as good as Florida's defense played, so Oklahoma is probably even better at harassing the passer than Florida.
Oklahoma's defense is better than Florida's, period, right?
I don't know about period, but I do think they are better at getting after the quarterback than Florida. And Florida had no problem getting Arch Manning today.
Yeah.
And no problem, getting him off time, off the clock. Like this is going to be really bad. If he plays the way he did against Florida, Oklahoma will eat him alive.
Yeah, no question. It's a really rough look and Texas is 2-loss team halfway through the season. That was my national championship.
So you got to beat. Think about this. Texas has to beat Oklahoma. They have to beat Florida. They have to beat Texas A&M. They have to beat Vanderbilt. Like, are they going to be able to beat all 3 of those teams?
Yeah, and I also don't know what that means if they make it to the SEC championship and have to play an Alabama or a Georgia or something.
Yeah.
If your third loss is in the SEC championship, you might still get in because you'll have quality wins at that point.
Mm-hmm.
But
they could be in the situation Texas A&M was in playing them last year.
Yeah, and I know that we have to do this because playoff is ultimately what people are driven by, but Texas looks so far away from that.
Yeah, I mean, if Arch plays the way he did today, that conversation will not matter. It will be completely irrelevant because they won't be in the mix.
I think that we could have an Arch conversation. Like, obviously, that's not what we were thinking, but Texas is systematically bad at a lot of other areas. Like their defense should have been able to play. I thought they were going to have one of the best defenses in college football.
They were getting pushed around.
They got pushed around today, both on the offensive line and the defensive line. So it was not a good showing and not a team that I anticipate at the moment will be a playoff team. But you know how weird the sport is.
Maybe that's right. We're going to be in Dallas next week. And I don't know that we're going to get the same version of Texas. And it will be Oklahoma playing with a backup quarterback. I have no idea what's going to happen. And that's the best part of all this, because even though things seem exceedingly dark for Texas, just like they seemed exceedingly dark for Florida the last time they played,
it's college football.
The next game might all turn around. We'll talk to you soon.